In this video, I will be sharing with you guys the process of repairing a screen on a Pixel 7 Pro. So first things first, I'll start with the unpackaging. Here in preparation to remove the actual screen from the phone, you have to heat it up, and I use my Ryobi heat gun. So you heat up the edges, and I've seen people use heat plates. They place the phone facing down on the heat plate, and that works as well, but I just didn't feel the need to spend money on that when I already had a heat gun. And just as well, a lot of people will also use heat guns as far as I can tell. Actually, I actually tried to use an anti-clamp tool that I purchased because I thought it would facilitate the process, but it really didn't end up working, and so I thought I'd just share that failure. Okay, so at this point, what I'm using is the guitar picks to try to pry open the screen. And once, so I pretty much just pry it open, use the heat gun where I was struggling to open it, and went around the edges. One thing to note is that as soon as I start to really pry open the screen, it starts to shatter a bit, and that shatter produces these um, small glass pieces that will give you splinters. And throughout this whole process, I had two splinters. Michelle helped me take care of one, and the other one I was able to just remove on my own. But just be careful when you're doing this. Also, try to use a suction cup tool that's provided by the company iFixit. It did help a little, actually. Okay, at this point, I've pried open a majority of the section on the phone, and I can proceed to remove the remaining sections. I did notice there's two pieces. One piece primarily made of glass, and the second piece of a thin material, aluminum looking type of laminate. And I removed it afterwards. It wasn't too hard to remove. Point, I'm trying to take off this small bracket that is attaches to the cable, and it's a little tough to get in there. I used some small thin pliers to get it out, and you won't see the struggle, but it is a little trouble. Moving the flex cable is also a little tricky. The way that I did it was I flipped the screen over a little and squeezed in one of the plastic sticks that are provided and just pushed it out that way. The easiest part of the installation is removing the adhesive from the phone. You just really grab one of the flat end sticks and pry and remove the adhesive that way. So when the replacement screen comes in, it also comes in with this template of plastic, and around the plastic, what you'll find is adhesive. So you'll lay down the template on the phone and remove the plastic only to leave the adhesive there, so that when you close the phone, it hardens and seals the phone. The cable connector is recessed beneath the sink, the heat sink, making it a little tough to connect. But after some trial and error, I used this stick that is provided with a small hook. It's a flat hook, but a hook, and I used that to push down on the cable to connect it. So obviously, before I keep moving forward, now that I've connected the cable, I want to make sure that it works. And you actually don't have to, seal it completely. And lo and behold, it actually does work, and I'm comfortable to just continue with the replacement of the screen. Next, it's time to remove the tape that comes attached to the screen. Make sure to remove all of it, and make sure it's very important to make sure that you grab the piece of tape that's covering the camera lens, because if you don't and you close it up, you're gonna be left without a selfie camera, and that will really suck. Part is the reinstallation of the metal bracket. Now I'm not going to spend too much time on it, because if you can remove it, putting it back in place is actually the easy part. I'm going to go ahead and close up shop, i.e. just seal the screen to the phone, and the adhesive will attach to the phone, and given that they're genuine parts, you should receive the same dust and water protection as before. You're almost done with everything. The only thing that happens is after you've installed the screen or repaired the screen, your fingerprint reader doesn't work. And so in order to fix that, you have to connect your phone via USB to your laptop. Go to the website, choose your phone, and click on repair. After you submit the form, it'll show you that it's been successful. Make sure to restart the phone, and it'll notify you there that you need to restart your phone. After you restart your phone, your fingerprint reader will work and you can go on your way now. Made it to the end of this video. I thought I'd give you guys a bonus, which is the cost breakdown. I paid $200 for the new screen as well as the repair kit. The cost of the repair professionally done by a California repair company was $300. In this scenario, the savings was $100. Had I purchased a new phone, which would have been a Pixel 8, the Pixel 8 cost $450, which would have given us, in that scenario, or in that hypothetical, the savings would have been $250. So that's the cost breakdown. Hopefully you guys liked it. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next vlog.